In this video, we want to review how demolition contractors can quickly and easily submit notifications to air pollution for any demolition permit that they've been awarded with city bid package or any demolition permit that they initiate themselves. So you'll see again, we talked about this in the other video, this new section on your home page that has the yellow header. This is the area where all system-created links to submit a demolition notification to air pollution will be listed. Again, anytime you are awarded a bid package, each address will be shown here in this grid with a link to create the notification to send to air pollution. And anytime you submit a demolition permit to the city, the system will automatically create a link so you can send that notification to air pollution. And just a quick review of this grid will show the tracking number for the permit, the bid package number if there is one. If you submitted the permit, it'll just list private here, the project address, and the current status of the demolition permit and the status date. The Create Notification link will take you to the Demolition Notification form where you can go through that and enter all of the information and submit it to the air pollution. So let's take a quick look at these packages here. We got 2 pages for this contractor. You'll notice that some of these tracking numbers are in red. That indicates that it was an emergency demolition package. And again, any package, so whether there's 3 addresses in a bid package or if there were 7 or 8 addresses in a bid package, the current charge to submit a demolition notification is $100 per package. So how this works here is the very first notification you submit will have the charge on it, and all others in the same package will be 0. So you can start with any address, and let's just pick this AD 8-20, and we're going to create a notification. So the nice thing is most of the information is pre-filled. So we've got all the address information, the district inspector is labeled here. We have site and ownership information as well that's already pre-loaded and ready to go. There are a few fields that you'll have to fill out, but most will be pre-filled based on the information from the bid package or the permit that you submitted to the city. So on the project location site, we still have to fill in building name, site location, building size, number of floors, age, which sometimes does get imported from the city assessor's database, present and prior use. On the ownership information side, you can see we imported the ownership information and just check to make sure all the information is imported. You can see here that they left off the state, and this comes out of the assessor's database, so somebody left that off, and we can fill in the rest of the contact information. In this section, the form asks if this was a demolition or renovation. If you are awarded a bid package, the form will be pre-filled with city-ordered demolition, and that will list all the information for who authorized and who awarded the bid package. So you'll see the user's name, their title, St. Louis City Building Division, and the date of order would be the date the bid package was awarded to you. Also, if the bid package was an emergency, we'll indicate that here, and this is an emergency drop menu as well. These forms will be pre-filled for the most part. The date and hour of emergency reflect the date and time that the bid package was awarded. There are a few text boxes here that are optional that you can describe the sudden event that caused the emergency. You can also upload a letter from the owner or from the city describing the nature of the emergency for the record. Because the notification requires a 10-day notification period, there is a start waiver that you can request here. So the system will show you 10 working days from today. This will be the first date that you'll be allowed to input for your start schedule. If you want to request a waiver, just check this box, and the system will open up a text box, which you'll be required to explain your request. The next section relates to the schedule and the description of work. Because we requested the waiver, we can now select a date prior to the 22nd. So we can get tomorrow. You cannot select today. And then you select a scheduled completion date. Now we're going to describe planned demolition or renovation work. This next section relates to whether or not there's asbestos on the site, and we've given you a couple options here. You can fill this form out yourself if you have the report from your asbestos inspector, or you can send your asbestos inspector a link so they can fill out the form. The system will actually send an email with a link included that will take them to a web page where they can fill out this section. You will be alerted once it's completed, and we'll have a separate video on this function in its entirety. But for now, let's assume we have the report and we're going to fill this section out ourselves. So we open the drop menu and we select I will be filling out this section. Then the system will open up the complete asbestos report section for the notification. So we can select if there's asbestos present, yes, no, or unknown, which would indicate that we're going to have a wet demo. Let's just say there is asbestos. Now, because the state allowed us to tie into their database, pretty simply, you just have to start typing in the name of the inspector who performed the work. And we're going to pick somebody here. We get the name, the certification number from the state, and we're just going to fill out the rest. We can select the report to upload. We can even type a description for the report. How was it determined that asbestos was present? And then we fill in the amounts. Let's just say there's 10 feet of process piping that needs to be cleared here. Now we can select the contractor. If you know who the asbestos contractor is going to be, you can select them here. We automatically fill in their certificate and address. Just contact, title, and email remain to be filled out. The next section is your scheduled work dates. So when asbestos removal will start and complete. We fill out start and end times for each day, whether or not there are weekend work hours. And then we have the waste transport and disposal site section. One note, please do take care to enter in good information here. Eventually, these will become drop menus, so you can just select the names, and all the other contact information will be filled in to help save some more time. So just at the start, please be careful to enter in correct information. Then we fill in the waste disposal site information. This text box will display what you typed in the last time you submitted the form. You'll be able to edit this text or start all over. We're going to keep that text. The last thing, we'll check for certification of training and certification of information. And you have some options here. You can cancel this application. You can save this application as a draft and return to it later, or you can submit it to the city's air pollution section. We'll submit this one. The next step is to pay, and we have several options here. You can use e-check, credit card, or your optional escrow account. We'll use that for this example. We'll show you your escrow balance and what your balance will be after this purchase. Just click Submit Payment, and that's it. You can click on and get a receipt here, or return to your control panel by clicking Control. We hope this has been helpful. Thank you for your time.